This is Abhilasha, interning for the Sparks Foundation in Data Science and Business Analytics. This is my task one of predicting using supervised machine learning, wherein the problem is predicting the percentage of a student based on the number of study hours using simple linear regression of two variables, which are target and predictor. First step will be importing the required libraries like pandas, numpy and seaborn. Secondly, we'll be reading the data from the URL and can use the .add function to view the first 5 rows of our dataset. In terms of exploratory data analysis, we can use .shape function to know that we have 25 rows and 2 columns in our dataset. We can use .info function to view basic information about our data frame. The dot is null. Dot sum function can be used to check for presence of null values, and as we can see there are no null values in our data. We can find the correlation between number of hours studied and respective scores, which we can see is 0.976, which is a very good correlation and implies a positive linear relation between the two variables. In terms of statistical values, we can use .describe function to find the mean, the standard deviation, the minimum and maximum values, as well as the different quartiles of the data. We can plot our data in visually through histogram, and we can also get the score distribution in our data. Now we will divide the data into attributes and labels. Then we will split data into training and testing sets. Next step will be training the algorithm. We will be importing linear regression from sklearn linear underscore model, and then we will be plotting the regression line plot using line equal to regression coefficient into x plus regression intercept, where regression coefficient will give the slope of the line. So as we can see, our regression line fits the data points quite closely, and there is a positive linear relation between hours studied and the percentage score. Next, we will be making predictions and comparing actual and predicted values using .predict function. So here, if the actual value is 20, our model has predicted 17. The actual value is 27, our model has predicted 34. We can also visually represent the actual and predicted values in this graph. We can also find predicted values in terms of number of hours studied. Like if number of hours studied is 2, then predicted score from our model will be 22%. Now for the problem set given to us, that what will be the predicted score if a student studies for 9.5 hours a day, we can use .predict function to find that the percentage score will be 96.140. We can evaluate the model to compare how well different algorithms perform in the dataset. We can import matrix from sklearn, and we can find mean absolute value and mean squared value, which is 5.399, and mean squared is 32.86. The lower these error values, the better our model performs. So I was successfully able to carry out the prediction using supervised machine learning, and summary is that the dataset of our student study and percentage score contains 2 columns, 25 rows, and the correlation between the hours studied and the scores is 0.9761. Solution to the problem set is the percentage predicted score of 96.140 for a student who studies 9.5 hours a day. Thank you.